Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're going on a deep dive into the world of virtual assistants.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. Specifically, we're going to be looking at how they manage calendars and inboxes.
Yeah.
Like total pros.
Right.
We've got our hands on some actual training materials from a VA program.
Oh, wow.
So we're getting a sneak peek behind the curtain, so to speak.
I love that.
And it's more than just scheduling and sorting, though.
Right.
These materials really reveal a deep understanding of how people work and how to optimize their workflows.
Absolutely.
So let's start with the calendar management.
Okay.
I was really struck by how these VAs approach scheduling.
Uh-huh.
They don't just jump into booking appointments.
Oh.
It's more about understanding the client's work style and preferences first.
It's true. It's like they're creating a personalized system for each client.
Right.
They analyze existing calendar patterns,
Yeah.
preferred meeting platforms,
Uh-huh.
ideal times for different tasks,
Yeah.
even how the client wants things labeled.
Oh, yeah. That's so important. So important. And one thing that really stood out to me was how these VAs factor in travel time for in-person meetings.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's such a small detail.
It is.
But I can see how it would make a huge difference for the client's day.
Totally. It's about anticipating needs.
Yeah.
And eliminating those little sources of stress that can build up throughout the day.
Right.
The training also covers all the different scheduling tools and apps out there.
Oh, right.
So the VA can adapt to whatever the client prefers.
Right, because everyone has their favorite apps.
Of course. Everyone does.
Now let's switch gears
Okay.
and tackle the inbox beast.
Oh, boy.
I'm curious to hear your take on how these VA training materials address email management.
You know what's so fascinating is that they approach the inbox as a reflection of the client's relationship with email. It's not just about organizing messages.
No?
It's about understanding how the client uses email,
Yeah.
what their pain points are,
Right.
and what a perfect inbox looks like for them.
Okay, so it's like they're trying to decode the client's email DNA before they even start organizing anything.
Exactly. I was really impressed with how detailed their initial assessment questions are.
Oh, me too. It's like they've peeked into all of our inboxes and identified the universal struggles we all face.
Yeah, like they get it.
They definitely seem to have a good grasp of the common challenges.
Oh, for sure.
I loved their checklist for inbox organization.
Oh, yeah.
They cover everything, from unsubscribing from those pesky newsletters to setting up a clear folder system.
That's key.
Oh, and what I found particularly insightful
Yeah.
was their emphasis on assigning specific meanings to color-coded stars.
Ooh, that's smart.
Right. It goes beyond just marking an email as important.
Yeah.
It creates a visual system for prioritizing and managing different types of messages.
I love that. So you're looking at your inbox and instantly you know what needs your attention based on a quick glance at the colors.
Right.
That's genius.
It's brilliant.
It is.
It's about turning your inbox into a tool that works for you,
Exactly right.
instead of feeling like a constant source of overwhelm.
Ugh, I hate that feeling.
Right. These VAs are all about creating a system that's both efficient and personalized.
Love it.
And speaking of personalized systems,
Yeah.
I was really intrigued by how these training materials approach email etiquette.
Oh, interesting.
It's not just about being efficient.
No,
It's about representing the client professionally in every email interaction.
absolutely. They cover everything.
Yeah.
From crafting professional greetings and closings
Oh, yeah.
to avoiding common email faux pas.
Right. It's like a mini course in business communication.
It is.
They even talk about things like proofreading carefully,
Right.
being mindful of tone,
Uh-huh.
and responding promptly.
All those little things.
It's clear that they understand the importance of email as a representation of the client's brand and reputation.
Absolutely.
And they don't just teach VAs how to respond to emails either.
Oh,
They cover how to compose effective emails on behalf of the client.
oh, that's even more important.
Right. They emphasize crafting clear subject lines,
Uh-huh.
keeping messages concise and to the point,
Yeah?
and using formatting to improve readability.
Oh, that's a good one.
And they even highlight the importance of confirming send times with the client.
Oh, wow.
So it's all about ensuring that the message is delivered at the right time for maximum impact.
Right. Because sometimes it's not the right time.
Exactly.
Like you don't want to send an important email on a Friday afternoon
Or like late at night.
or late at night.
Or early in the morning.
Or early in the morning, right?
It's amazing how much thought and strategy goes into something as seemingly simple as sending an email.
It really is.
These VAs are really operating on a different level.
They are. It's like they've elevated those everyday tasks into a fine-tuned art form.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to touch on one more aspect of these VA training materials. That I found particularly insightful.
Oh.
The emphasis on security and confidentiality.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
Right?
Absolutely crucial when you're dealing with someone else's personal and professional information.
Right.
These materials really stress the importance of handling sensitive data responsibly and maintaining client privacy.
Exactly. They cover everything.
Yeah.
From using strong passwords and being careful about sharing information online to adhering to data privacy regulations.
Yeah.
It's clear that they take data security very seriously.
And it goes beyond just protecting the client's data.
Yeah.
It's about maintaining their trust.
Right.
The materials emphasize being transparent with clients, letting them know what information is being accessed and how it's being used.
It's all about building that foundation of trust and respect.
Exactly.
Which is so essential for any successful working relationship.
Absolutely. It's not just about following the rules. It's about understanding the ethical implications of handling someone's personal and professional life.
And it seems like these VA training materials do a great job of instilling that sense of responsibility in their trainees.
Oh, for sure.
So what have we gleaned so far from peering into these VA training materials?
Good question.
It's clear that these professionals are more than just task managers.
Yeah.
They're skilled organizers, communicators, and problem solvers who play a vital role in supporting their clients' success.
They really do. They possess a unique blend of technical expertise, interpersonal skills, and an understanding of workflow optimization that goes beyond the surface.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how they blend efficiency with personalized care.
They're like the secret weapon behind so many successful people and businesses.
I think you're right. But what's even more intriguing is how these skills translate beyond just the client-VA relationship.
Oh, tell me more. What do you mean?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
The principles of organization, clear communication, and proactive problem solving are valuable in any context, whether you're running a business, managing a team, or just trying to keep your own life on track.
So what are you saying? Should everyone be hiring a VA?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Although it's definitely something to consider if you're feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I think what these training materials really highlight is the importance of having systems in place.
Okay.
No matter what you're doing.
Right.
It's about being intentional with your time and energy.
Yeah.
And creating structures that support your goals.
So it's not just about hiring someone to do the work for you.
Right.
It's about adopting the mindset and strategies of a VA to improve your own workflow and productivity.
Exactly. It's about empowering yourself to take control of your time and create a more fulfilling and productive life.
Okay.
And the beauty of it is that it doesn't have to be rigid or complicated.
That's good.
These training materials actually emphasize the importance of adaptability and being willing to adjust systems as needed.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
It's more like a framework for creating personalized solutions.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really empowering message.
Yeah.
It means that we're not stuck with the way things are.
Right.
We can create systems that work for us.
Yeah.
Whether it's in our work lives, personal lives, or both.
Okay. I'm feeling inspired to take a closer look at my own systems and see where I can make some improvements.
I think you should.
Maybe I'll even try out some of these VA techniques on my own inbox.
I think you'd be surprised at how much of a difference it can make.
Yeah.
Even small changes. Like setting aside specific times for email or creating a clear filing system can have a big impact on your productivity and peace of mind.
It's all about reclaiming control and creating a sense of order amidst the chaos.
Exactly. And that's something we can all benefit from.
Now let's go back to the VA training materials for a moment. There was one other aspect I wanted to touch on, the emphasis on continuous learning and professional development.
Ah, yes. The materials really stress the importance of staying up to date with the latest technology and trends in the industry.
It's like they're encouraging VAs to be lifelong learners.
Yes.
Which is so important in today's rapidly changing world.
They provide resources and guidance on how to do that.
Yeah.
Whether it's through online courses, industry conferences, or networking with other professionals. They even mention the importance of seeking feedback, and constantly looking for ways to improve their skills.
It's inspiring to see that level of dedication to professional growth.
It is. They even cover how to specialize in certain areas.
Oh, yeah.
Like social media management or bookkeeping, to offer more tailored services to clients.
Right, so they can really hone in on what they're best at.
Exactly. It shows that they're not just content with the status quo.
No.
They're always striving to be better and to provide even more value to their clients.
It makes you wonder, what qualities make someone a truly exceptional VA? I mean, we've talked about the technical skills and organizational systems.
Yeah.
But what about the human element?
That's a great question. I think it goes beyond just being organized and efficient.
Okay.
It's about having a genuine desire to help others, a strong work ethic, and a knack for anticipating needs and solving problems proactively.
So it's about being a step ahead.
Yes.
And always thinking about how to make things easier and more efficient for the client.
Exactly. It's like they have a sixth sense for what the client needs before they even ask.
And perhaps it's also about those intangible qualities like empathy, intuition, and the ability to build strong relationships with clients.
Yes, absolutely. It's about being more than just an assistant.
Yeah.
It's about being a trusted advisor and a partner in success.
Those are the qualities that elevate a VA from good to exceptional. Yeah. And they're qualities we can all strive to cultivate in ourselves.
Right.
No matter our profession.
Absolutely. They're the foundation of any successful and fulfilling career.
Yeah.
And they're certainly key ingredients in the recipe for a truly exceptional virtual assistant.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive into the world of virtual assistants.
Yeah.
We've learned about their approach to calendar and inbox management, the importance of email etiquette and data security, and the qualities that set exceptional VAs apart.
It's been a fascinating exploration of their skills, strategies, and mindsets.
It really has.
And what I find most inspiring is how much we can all learn from their approach.
Right.
Even if we're not VAs ourselves.
Exactly. There's so much valuable knowledge here that we can apply to our own lives and work to become more organized, efficient, and successful.
Totally. So as we move into the next part of our deep dive, let's keep these insights in mind and see how we can apply them to our own personal and professional journeys.
Sounds like a plan. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll explore even more fascinating insights from these VA training materials and uncover even more strategies for success.
It's interesting, right?
It really is.
All these skills we've been talking about, like the organization, communication, problem solving, they're almost like transferable superpowers.
Oh, that's a good way to put it. So we can all learn from these VA techniques.
Absolutely.
Even if we're not planning on becoming virtual assistants ourselves.
Yeah, think about it. They're universal skills. They can benefit anyone in any field.
Right.
So like whether you're running a business, managing a team, or just trying to, keep your own life on track. Having those strong organizational and communication skills is essential.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here.
Good.
But let's be honest, not everyone can afford to hire a VA. So what's the takeaway for those of us who are juggling everything ourselves?
I think what these training materials really emphasize is the importance of having systems in place.
Okay.
It's about being intentional with your time and energy and creating structures that support your goals.
Right.
Regardless of whether you have a VA or not.
So it's like having a blueprint for success, but tailored to your specific needs and preferences.
Exactly. And you know what I find particularly insightful is that these VA training materials, they don't advocate for a rigid one-size-fits-all approach.
Oh, that's good.
They emphasize adaptability and being willing to adjust systems as needed.
So it's less about following a strict set of rules and more about finding what works best for you.
Exactly.
And being open to tweaking things along the way.
Precisely. And I think that's a really empowering message.
Okay.
It means that we're not stuck with the way things are.
Yeah.
We have the power to create systems that support us, whether it's in our work lives, personal lives, or both.
I love that idea of taking ownership of our systems and creating a personalized approach to productivity.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's the secret sauce of these successful VAs.
Maybe.
They figured out how to tailor their methods to each individual client.
I think you're onto something there.
Right.
It's not just about applying a generic set of rules.
No.
It's about understanding the nuances of each client's needs and preferences.
Yeah.
And then creating a system that works seamlessly for them.
Okay. I'm feeling inspired
Too.
to take a closer look at my own systems and see where I can make some improvements.
I think you should.
I'm starting to think like a VA already.
That's the spirit. And remember,
Okay.
even small changes can make a big difference.
Like what?
Well, something as simple as setting aside specific times for email
Right.
or creating a clear filing system can significantly impact your productivity and peace of mind.
It's those little tweaks that can sometimes have the biggest impact, right?
For sure.
Now, while we're on the topic of learning from VAs,
Yeah.
there's another point I wanted to touch on from the training materials.
Okay.
The emphasis on continuous learning and professional development.
Ah, yes. They really encourage VAs to be lifelong learners.
It's true.
Which is crucial
Yeah.
in today's rapidly evolving world.
They really do.
They even provide guidance on how to do so.
Oh, wow.
Recommending online courses,
Okay.
industry conferences,
Yeah.
and networking with other professionals.
It's inspiring to see that level of dedication to professional growth.
It is. They even talk about specializing in certain areas,
Oh, wow.
like social media management or bookkeeping,
Yeah.
to offer more tailored services to clients.
Right. So they can really hone in on what they're best at.
Exactly. It shows that they're not just content with the status quo.
Right.
They're always seeking ways to enhance their skills and provide even more value to their clients.
It makes you wonder,
What's that?
what distinguishes a truly exceptional VA from a good one? We've discussed the technical skills and organizational systems,
Right.
but what about those intangible qualities?
That's a great question. I think it goes beyond simply being organized and efficient.
Okay.
It's about possessing a genuine desire to help others, a strong work ethic,
Okay.
and a knack for anticipating needs
Yeah.
and proactively solving problems.
So it's about being a step ahead.
Yes.
And always thinking about how to make things easier and more efficient for the client.
Exactly. It's almost like they have a sixth sense
Right.
for what the client needs
Right.
before they even ask.
It's true.
They're not just reacting to requests.
No.
They're anticipating them.
And perhaps it's also about those qualities we can't always measure, like empathy, intuition,
Right.
and the ability to build strong relationships with clients.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about being more than just an assistant. It's about being a trusted advisor and a partner in success.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the client on a deeper level
Right.
and building a genuine connection with them.
I imagine those qualities are essential not just for VAs,
Right.
but for anyone who wants to excel in their field and build lasting, meaningful connections.
Couldn't agree more. These are the qualities that elevate a VA from good to exceptional.
Right.
And they're qualities we should all strive to cultivate in ourselves.
I love how these training materials highlight both the practical and personal aspects of being a successful VA.
Me too.
It's a reminder that technical skills are important,
Yes.
but so are those human qualities,
Right.
like empathy,
Yeah.
intuition, and relationship building.
It's a beautiful blend of both, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And speaking of blending,
Yeah.
these training materials also touch on how VAs can integrate their services
Okay.
with the client's existing systems and workflows.
Uh-huh.
It's not about creating a separate parallel universe. It's about seamlessly weaving themselves into the fabric of the client's operations.
That's a great point. It's about understanding the client's current setup,
Yeah.
their preferred tools and software, and finding ways to enhance and streamline those processes.
So it's like they're becoming an extension of the client's team, working in perfect harmony to achieve shared goals.
And speaking of goals,
Oh, yeah.
these training materials also delve into the importance of setting clear expectations and boundaries with clients.
Oh, that's key.
Yeah. It's about defining roles and responsibilities up front.
Right.
To avoid any misunderstandings or scope creep down the line.
That's a critical point,
It is.
especially in a virtual work environment
Yeah.
where those boundaries can sometimes get blurred.
They also provide guidance on how to handle difficult situations.
Okay.
Such as when a client's requests fall outside the agreed upon scope of work,
Right.
or when there are conflicts in scheduling or priorities.
Right. So it's like they're equipping VAs with the tools and strategies they need to navigate the complexities of the client relationship and maintain a healthy and productive working dynamic.
And that's something we can all benefit from, wouldn't you say?
I think so.
Whether we work with clients, colleagues, or even family members.
Right.
Having those communication skills and boundaries in place is essential for any successful relationship.
I completely agree. It's about setting ourselves up for success.
Yes.
By creating clear expectations and having those open and honest conversations from the very beginning.
And that's where the importance of communication comes back into play.
Right.
These training materials really emphasize the need for VAs to be proactive communicators.
Yeah, that's so important.
Yeah. Keeping clients informed of their progress, raising any potential issues early on, and regularly checking in to ensure everyone is on the same page.
It's that open and consistent communication that builds trust and fosters a strong working partnership.
Absolutely.
It sounds like these VAs are not just task managers.
No.
They're also relationship managers.
Yes.
Skilled in the art of communication and collaboration.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there. It's about understanding that the human element is just as important as the technical aspects of the job.
And it's inspiring to see how these VA training materials address both sides of the equation, equipping their graduates with the skills and knowledge they need to excel in both areas.
Absolutely. It's about creating well-rounded professionals who can not only manage tasks efficiently, but also build strong collaborative relationships with their clients.
It's a testament to the evolving nature of the VA profession and how it's moving beyond simple administrative tasks to encompass a more strategic and impactful role.
And that evolution is reflected in the training materials themselves, which are constantly being updated to reflect the latest trends and best practices in the industry.
It's like they're creating a living, breathing curriculum that adapts and grows alongside the profession itself.
And that commitment to staying ahead of the curve is likely a key factor in the success of both the training program and its graduates.
I have a feeling this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to the world of virtual assistants.
Definitely.
There's so much more to explore and learn from these amazing professionals.
I couldn't agree more. And what we've uncovered today is just a glimpse into the wealth of knowledge and expertise that exists within this vibrant and ever-evolving field.
So where do we go from here? What other facets of the VA world should we delve into?
Well, I'm particularly interested in exploring the different ways VAs are leveraging technology to enhance their services and create even more value for their clients.
Oh, that sounds fascinating. Are we talking about things like AI-powered scheduling tools or automated workflow systems?
Exactly. And we can also look at how VAs are using social media and other online platforms to build their businesses, connect with clients, and stay ahead of industry trends.
So it's like they're at the forefront of the digital revolution, finding innovative ways to leverage technology to streamline their work and create a more seamless and efficient client experience.
And that's a journey I'm eager to embark on with you.
Me too. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a moment to recap what we've learned so far in this part of our deep dive.
Sounds good.
We've talked about the transferable skills that VAs possess, the importance of having systems in place, and the qualities that make for an exceptional VA.
Absolutely.
We've also touched on the significance of clear communication, boundary setting, and the evolving nature of the client-VA relationship.
It's always changing.
And we've glimpsed into the exciting world of technology.
Oh, yeah.
And how VAs are using it to enhance their services and create even more value for their clients.
It's been a fascinating journey so far.
It has.
And I can't wait to see where it takes us next.
I'm with you on that. So stay tuned for part 3 of our deep dive. Where we'll continue to explore the world of virtual assistants and uncover even more insights and strategies for success. You know, it's really amazing just how much detail and insight we've gotten from these training materials.
I know, right? It's like we've been given this backstage pass to see how this whole profession works.
Yeah, and it's evolving too.
It is. It is.
And what I'm finding really interesting is how much of what we've learned applies not just to VAs, but to anyone who wants to, you know, improve their workflow.
Exactly. It's about those principles.
Yeah.
Organization, communication, problem solving.
Right.
Those are universal.
They are.
It doesn't matter what you do.
Right, whether you're like an entrepreneur or a manager.
A student.
Yeah,
anyone who wants to be more efficient, more effective.
Yeah.
There's so much we can learn from these VAs.
It's like they've cracked the code.
I know, right.
To being more organized and productive.
And the best part is, it's not about like rigid rules or these like crazy complex systems. It's about finding what works for you.
Yeah.
And being willing to adapt.
And be flexible.
Exactly.
So I'm curious, what do you think makes these training materials so effective?
That's a good question.
Like, what is it about them?
I think it's a few things.
Okay.
First, they give this really solid foundation of the technical skills. Right. Like everything from calendar management, email etiquette, data security, software, all that stuff.
Right.
But they also go beyond that, you know.
They do.
They emphasize those soft skills.
Yeah.
Like communication, problem solving, building relationships, all of that.
And that's really important too.
It is. It's that holistic approach that makes them so good.
And what I find really impressive is how they emphasize continuous learning.
Yes.
Professional development.
It's so important to stay up to date.
Right, because things are changing so fast.
Exactly.
And they encourage VAs to explore specializations.
Find what they're good at.
Yeah, and continually learn new things.
It's like they're fostering this culture of lifelong learning.
Yeah.
Which is so important.
It is.
In today's world.
It's really inspiring.
It is.
To see how passionate these VAs are about their work.
Yeah.
And dedicated to doing a good job for their clients.
Absolutely. They're not just punching a clock.
No.
They're building businesses.
Yeah.
Making connections.
Right.
And really making a difference.
And that's what I find so rewarding about this deep dive.
Me too.
It's not just about learning, like skills or tips, but gaining a deeper appreciation for this invisible workforce.
They are kind of invisible.
They are. They're behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But they're making things happen.
Absolutely.
They're the ones that allow all these entrepreneurs and executives
and creatives. They're like the backbone.
They are.
Of so many businesses.
Organizations.
And it's only becoming more important in this virtual world.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, I know you have a final thought for our listeners.
I do.
Okay, what is it?
What if we all approached our work with the same level of intention, organization, and dedication that we see in these training materials?
That's a really good question.
Right.
Are you suggesting we all become virtual assistants?
Not necessarily, but maybe.
Maybe.
But I think we can all learn from the VA mindset.
Yeah.
Regardless of what we do.
So it's about taking those principles of efficiency, proactivity.
Continuous improvement.
Yeah.
And applying them to our own lives.
Exactly.
It's about taking ownership, setting clear goals, and finding ways to work smarter, not harder.
And being intentional.
Yes.
With our time and energy.
In our relationships.
Yeah, building those strong, supportive relationships.
So it's about creating a work life.
Yeah.
That's both productive and fulfilling.
Well said. I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I agree.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of virtual assistants.
It's been fun.
We've uncovered some amazing insights.
We have.
And I hope you're leaving feeling as inspired as I am.
Me too.
By these incredible professionals.
To all our listeners out there.
Yes.
Keep exploring, keep learning. And keep striving to create a work life that you love.
And who knows? Maybe we'll all be hiring our own VAs one day.
Maybe.
Until next time, keep diving deep.